So, I off-screen leveled up again. Which button is badge? Okay, so here's my current badge setup. I put on Ice Power, because there will be more of those embers in this dungeon. I put on a Defend plus P, and I took off my Spike Shield, because there are no spiky enemies in this dungeon, which is very important to strategize around. Because, like, that's the thing, like, if these badges are only meant for beating a specific type of enemy, you should just take them off when you know those enemies aren't going to be in the dungeon. And yes, I did level up my BP again. And, we're not going to put on the Feeling Fine badges yet, not until we get to the bosses where they'll actually be needed. Until then, we can actually go a good while without really using them. So, I guess I'll dedicate my last 2 BP to a Happy Heart. Because otherwise, there's nothing really to use it on. Shame that I haven't had a chance, a really good chance to put on Quick Change, but it's alright. I don't really need Quick Change that terribly, except for the Prince Mush fight. If I squeeze up enough BP, I could try to put it on. Chapter 8, The 1,000-Year Door. Oh, it's the name of the game. The final dungeon, the Palace of Shadow. Kind of like in Twilight Princess, the Palace of Twilight. And that was full of part of a shadow race. Well, this place is nasty, but we don't have a choice. We've got to cruise through and save peace before this whole cataclysm happens. Come on, Gonzalez! Another thing I never brought up, because we never had number 4 in the party that much, yeah, he always calls Mario Gonzalez, but there are a choice few cutscenes where he calls him Mario. Like, when you first discover Grubba's plans, that's the first time he calls him Mario. Yeah, I didn't think there was anything in this room. We got our first new enemy, the stopwatch. Yeah. So the normal level music is also the enemy music. I guess they did that in Origami King's final dungeon. I guess it does just keep the vibe of this place. Actually, this is a fairly long dungeon. But that's what I'm hoping for. I like a good long dungeon. Certainly what Zelda doesn't have anymore. And not even what the new Paper Marios have anymore. And I forgot to title that last Swoopula, so let's just do it. Our second member of the Swooper family. Yeah, this one works like a fuzzy. It can drain your HP. That was pathetic. Well, it didn't do it that time, though. Wildly impatient right now. least we're getting some decent star points. So I do have kind of a level up strategy for this dungeon. And yeah, well, part of that strategy is killing every enemy here. I'm surprised I made that jump. You know what, Goombella, you're not needed here. Bobbery is, though. Yeah, I want to predict we're going to make 2 level ups in this dungeon. And you know, I did toy with the idea of doing the Pit of 100 Trials before this, but then I thought about that trouble we're going to get that takes us to the 50th floor. So I'm just going to hold off on the Pit of Trials until we get that trouble. I could swear that in the GameCube you couldn't jump off this, but jumping... These fences are just a lot lower than they were in the GameCube. We gotta despawn that stopwatch and then we'll scan this room. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna waste a turn and put on this Power Punch. Actually, there are no star pieces or shrine sprites in this dungeon. We found all of those. What am I thinking? I need Goombella to tattle these guys. So here's the 3rd member of the Bones family, Dry Bones. The actual classic enemy. And even in Paper Mario 1, they first appear in Bowser's Castle, the final dungeon. Yeah, so that's why it's better to use Bobbery in these fights. Now Goombella's good. At least they disappear from the overworld, unlike in the new Paper Marios. Because those were some annoying dry bones. I guess I'll just keep Goombella out to fight this guy. How pathetic. Probably the demon's followers. I'm pretty sure in Gritty's story, it was said that, the demon built the palace. Oh, you coward. You actual coward. Now we got 2 more new enemies coming up. Coming down, I should say. Finally, some more bullet bill variants. And I really like these kind. These are bombshell bills. Naturally, they are suicidal enemies, so Human Shield, you're up. Oh, so it actually counts as both of them. I thought it only counted as one. One star point at a time. Bum 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 bum. Almost made it. I still didn't take it out. And these were also in the first game's final dungeon. Yeah, like the types of settings in this game are parallel with Paper Mario 1's, because Chapter 3 was about a Clubba who powered himself up. Chapter 5 was a tropical island. Chapter 7 was a snowy area that also kind of went someplace high up. Yeah, that just barely took it out. There's a decent amount of star points, though. And now Chapter 8 is, the final dungeon. I thought, no, I was planning to use your gulp, but I don't even think I can do that. So this is kind of a waste of a turn. Just art attack it. Since we got 8 star power now, we can do 2 art attacks next to each other. Alright, this room. We got an exclusive badge over there. So yeah, watch yourself here. Oh, just a single swoop! Ooh, how terrifying! Yeah, that would have been another good way to stay stable on those platforms. Just keep hammering so that the Joy-Con grip doesn't pull you off. It's like when I'm in 2D sections and I can't rely on Vivian. Oh wait. Glad we only got single pairs here. Yep, that's what I thought. The only way around is this way. Our first save point. That's because the mini-boss is coming up. Now, here's something really neat about these fire spinners. So yeah, we could use Vivian here, but... See how it's getting faster? Yeah! This mechanic was also in the first Paper Mario. Of course, you encounter fire spinners in like the first dungeon there. They might also be in Bowser's Castle, I don't quite remember. It makes sense if they were. But yeah, I think they're just slightly more common in the first game, but this is like the only room they appear in this game, and yet they still retain this mechanic. Really nice. It's especially gonna be nice to do it over here. And yet there's a Phantom Ember. That's the third Ember type enemy. So eventually we need to be able to scan it. That's why I have the Ice Shield equipped. Come on! Also, there's a boost sheet there. I was kind of trying not to bounce into it, but, you know, we did. Thankfully, it's only a single one. that I forgot to scan, but it's okay, we'll encounter more of them. I'll just eat the maple syrup, actually. Yeah, you can see this is kind of challenging. It's like, because you're not jumping over them at the same time, they're not gonna be in sync. So maybe I just won't even worry about those. So now that one just goes faster than the other. Wow, I can't believe I jumped both of those. Alright, good. Alright, at least I got rid of one of them. We'll just cross that area in safety now. Here's the part where you do need Vivian. Except the jumping is just trash in this version. So that's gonna make this harder. Perfect, alright. And yeah, we're gonna need that healing block because it's mini-boss time. Did you just say "done" to me? So, does this guy look familiar? Ooh, some weird colored bones, very suspicious. But I feel like I've seen something like them before. I guess we're not going to get much far without checking them out, are we? Blurg! Blurg! None shall pass by, but those who would disturb her sleep fall into the depths of endless darkness. Wait, who's her? Yee! May the intruder never find the key to this door. So, if you let the Dry Bones army overwhelm you, it is an instant game over, because like, your partner says that you're sinking into a void. In Hotel Castle, they just kick you out of the castle. So it's a lot more serious this time. Is this the last time we'll hear the mini-boss music? So cherish it while you can. Guess what? I'm bringing Bobbery out for this fight. And here's the fourth and strongest member of the Bones family. Bella, hello Bobbery. Plus, we got a really good remix of the mini-boss music. Oh, well, it's a good thing I'm not planning to directly attack it. The Spite Pouch is kinda useless. Frankly, you're better putting that on the Dark Bones, because I might directly attack him. But you won't be able to counter this, so you're just wasting your Spite Pouch. Now, by all means, feel free to make more minions, because I'll get more star points. Or not, fine by me. This will be Bobbery's victory of the chapter. Number 86? That's my big Test's voice on! And our first dungeon key. Smell nothing in here, sweetie. Only the darkness. Oh, you're kind of updating the music a bit. That's awesome. Whew. Sorry guys, I gotta go potty. So this is kind of a pseudo goal I have for the chapter. I want to give each of my party members a victory, like against the bosses here. Bosses plural. Goodbye, Mr. Softener. For now, though, I would... I want... So we have another bombshell bill room, and Vivian is actually good for crossing these. I'm not gonna worry about every trivial star point that these things give me. And then I'll get number 4 out because he's better for this part. Yeah, we are getting a level up soon. I'm willing to bet that before the next room, we will get a level up. Because there's still quite a few enemies to beat here. You see why this is a good strategy. I'm just gonna waste an art attack. Why not? I mean, I won't be wasting it because I'll immediately get it back. Hey, Game Wizard, you forgot to title these things again. It's okay, there are plenty more coming up. We will have plenty of chances to title them, do not worry. Heck, I'm willing to bet there's another one in this very room. But for now, here's a level up I promised ya. And guess what I'm gonna spend it on? More BP! Oh, we are getting a 69 BP. Count on it. Okay, now I'll tattle them, okay? Unless this is like the only one in the fight. Okay, good. There's another one to tattle on. I do gotta remember to change controllers sometime. I'll just do it right now. That's a Phantom Ember. Bloody, bloody, blah. Alright. Here we go. Joy-Con is charging on up. Black! Foreshadowing the sequel. Black! Please! Wow, a fire flower, how completely useless. In fact, I'm pretty sure, like, the fire flower would have no good effect on any of the enemies in this dungeon, except for the Swoopula. Because just about every other enemy in this dungeon is either armored or Phantom Member. Well, Dry Bones, it would affect the Dry Bones, because it would instantly kill them, but that's what we have Bobbery for, so who even cares, you know? The Fire Flower is just very useless in this dungeon overall. Yeah, I forgot to switch to them before first, but it's okay. I got to leave this room and come back in just to get rid of that fire flower. They put a save point in here. That's good. Pretty sure there are no secret items. Pretty sure I do know where everything is in this dungeon. But you never know. The game, this version could have added some stuff. Yeah. This is just, basically a rest room, except for the enemies in here. Oh good, this is actually one of our missing badges. I'm glad we found this. The Ice Storm would be handy here. Let's not deny. Let's try to use it now, if there's plenty of enemies here. Yeah, I mean, why not? I'm not planning to use this Ice Storm for anything else. Let's just use it, shall we? It does not surprise me. So far, we've only been counting our EXP up by 6s. 6, 12, 18. I would like to use the booze sheet for the next major fight. And I would like to use Bobbery right now. I will switch to the GameCube music. Just attack him this way. Oh. Oh, this is... I didn't expect this! Okay, I'm glad we're not interrupting the normal music for the battle music. Like, you know, the GameCube battle music. That's really nice. So now we just get to hear the GameCube version of this some more. Because, we're gonna be changing soundtracks soon, so I just want to give the GameCube version some credit, you know? I will say that the remix does sound like the Origami Castle, Origami King's final dungeon. And that was also a really good soundtrack. counting up by sixes now. It's kind of funny. I mean, this is a rather demonic place, so makes sense, I guess. That's the same enemy layout, so we're gonna go up another 6. You know, I forgot to look at the actual badge we just got. Good, I'm actually glad you're making another one. This means more star points. That's kind of why I like to leave one dry bones alive at the return. And see, when you know your next attack is just gonna finish the enemy off no matter what, you don't have to bother doing the action command. Which kind of brings up the subject of that badge we got. Good, because 3 North Stars is useless right now. We got full star power. We won it by 8, we broke the cycle. No. Well, perhaps that's a good thing. So the badge we just got is all or nothing. You can upgrade. You can give yourself another attack point, but if you fail the action command, you get nothing. And it even costs 4 BP, so I don't think I'll use it. Mostly because, like, it's not always. It saves time to not always do the action command if you know you're going to beat the enemy anyway. You know. We'll just go save right now. Save those points. You never know when the game could unexpectedly crash. And now we are getting a little puzzle that was also kind of used in the first game. And there's a similar puzzle in the third game. Hahaha. So the gimmick here is follow the torches. Yeah. Like, this puzzle was a lot better in the first game because, you actually, like in a previous room, you have to look at how the torches are lined up and then follow the respective torches. In this game, you just gotta go into whichever door the torch is near. Which is just very simple. Kind of bland. And in Super Paper Mario, there's a different torch puzzle where you had to light up the correct torches, with, you know, there being a hint in an earlier room. That is the upstairs. And even worse is that... Oh, okay, I was gonna say, like, the torches are always on the right side, but this version changes it! All the torches are right at the beginning door now! Alright, you changed it. Okay. See, they've slightly improved this puzzle. And if you do walk through the wrong door, you'll just wind up back in that wide room. In fact, like, if you're on the second floor door, you'll just, you know, walk out of midair in the second floor and just drop onto the floor below. So yeah. Basic mechanics of a very simple puzzle. And then, once you complete this puzzle, you can actually skip all these rooms. You just have to go through one version of this room with all the torches lit up. And then, yeah, just a free shortcut there. And that was it. I really like this room. You could have one-way room just to find another one. It's huge. I mean, it's like an underground city, right? What is this place? I mean, you already knew it was an underground city. And this was the palace of the city. In the original, those Chomp statues weren't cracked, so that was kind of more of a puzzle. Here they just make it obvious. And this is the final time we'll see background sections. Well, I'd say the one back in Exonaut Fortress was the best background section, just because of all the platforminess. In the original soundtrack, which we're apparently not getting here, it was just an ambient tone. It goes like, and I like that, but this is a good replacement, I guess. So we have a new enemy. We get proper Chain Chomps this time. Oh, and now we're getting the weak battle theme. So I should actually change tracks here. In this room, I always use, or I guess against these enemies, I always use Miss Mouse. So yeah, second Chain Chomp type enemy we've encountered after the Red Chomps, way back in the Glitz Pit. Except this time, well, they're actually the proper normal Chain Chomps. I cannot believe I pulled off that super guard. And I did research the Prince Mush fight. You do need to use super guards to beat him when he's in his invincible phase. So that's gonna take some attempts. You know, I'm surprised that even affected you. Like, I feel like, you know, I feel like his skin should be harder than that pan, so it shouldn't have worked. We are getting quite a bit of star points from him.